Good morning, I'm Corintha Wheaton, and today I will be discussing the importance of visual arts to musicians with hip-hop artist J Stat. I interviewed J Stat en route to Las Vegas, so I'll read the questions as well as J Stat's responses. Thank you for joining me, J Stat. Let's do a little housekeeping before we get started. His response was, let's do it. First and foremost, and you'd probably say most importantly, you are the father of my favorite niece. Is that correct? Guilty as charged. I'm also a Full Sail student and a member of the United States Army. But without a doubt, out of all the titles I may hold, being dad is the most important one. I know you're really busy, so thanks again for doing the interview. Let's get started. Question 1. What do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? His response was, visual arts play a major role in my profession. As an artist, I depend on visual arts to catch the attention of my listeners. From the art that I use on my album cover to the art used in promotions, visual art is the thing. Visual art gives my listeners their first impression of me. Question 2. New communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on your field of industry? Please provide an example. His response was, in a way, I think this is having a negative effect on our industry. Technology has made it possible to take a picture, add a quick effect, and use it for whatever I need to. I think this process has taken the artist out of the equation and taken the creativity out of the process. Some of our greatest recordings of all time featured album art that was great because it involved the photographer's artistic vision. The Beatles' Abbey Road album is a great example that we don't see in today's society because of the ease of producing a picture. Question 3. What popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry? His response was, the first that comes to mind, of course, is the cross, which you can see recreated and used over and over again. My industry also includes things like money, nice cars, and lavish lifestyles that many hip-hop artists use to define and show success. Question 4. Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and or what is your favorite style of visual art? His response was, one of my favorite visual artists is Ansel Adams. I love photography and the story that can be told through a picture. I have always believed that Ansel Adams' pictures contain a depth that really shows how amazing the world around us really is. Question 5. How has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? His response, I like to think of the creative process that Van Gogh, Da Vinci, or Michelangelo went through. What were they thinking or feeling, and what the art makes me feel and think about. I view my own music as my own potential masterpiece. It helps me remember that people will draw their own conclusion about your art, and many times, very well, that conclusion could be different than the conclusion you wanted to communicate. That, to me, is the beauty of art. The last and final question. J Stat, what's the biggest difference between performing in Germany and performing here in the United States? I would have to say the people. Hip-hop music is still somewhat new in Germany, so the fans love and appreciate you so much as an artist. A small, insignificant artist who no one pays attention to in America could be a superstar in Germany. It is encouraging to see that because it inspires you as an artist, and that keeps positive energy flowing back into the music that I create. That does it for today's podcast on industry, specifically visual arts. I'd like to thank J Stat for taking the time to do this interview with me, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch it. Have a good day.